We are Hubdrive. Our vision is to empower people and organizations in HR management.
Hello and welcome to the release video of Rollup 51. We at Hubdrive, we created rollups 4 times a year, always leading by our vision to empower people and organizations around the world, to take advantage of the digital transformation in human resources. Therefore, we make life easier for all employees and at the same time increase productivity. So everything what we are doing is led by this vision. And Rollup 51 is leading by examples when it comes to this. I'm proud to present what we have in the box for Rollup 51. Rollup 51 is packed with features, improvements and really enhancement of solutions and usability. First, we start with showing you how you now are able to track your times, your project and process times faster into a timesheet. We improve the usability of leave entitlements and how they are linked to time accounts. Then we go into talent and performance and take a deeper dive in how we are guiding supervisors now and help them and support them while doing reviews. We help actively to save cost on publication of vacancy to portals. Speaking about publication to external job boards, we improved our BFA integration. Our Microsoft Teams Shifts integration is well loved. It's used by a lot of customers already. But we further increase it with one big additional functionality. And last but not least, we have an additional visual update for employee in self-service, which I'm very keen to show you at the end of this. But let's start right at the beginning. Here to show us the first point of the agenda is Marius. Hello, Marius.
Hello, Holger. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Please.
Let's dive right in. We created a new quick entry feature with which you can enter or correct your times for project and processes directly within the time record. Our new quick entry feature saves time and lets you easily handle every workday within the overlay. You can act or correct your working hours for multiple days at once, and you don't have to go through every day on their own. But let's jump into the system so I can show you our new feature. I'm logged in as an employee within the employee self-service, and I'm already located within his timesheet. When I choose the new time entry, we're already welcomed by our new Quick Create mask. Here you can choose the process you want to fill, and you already see the dates for the employee or for the work week. For example, today is Wednesday. We can select the corresponding times for Monday and, for example, for Tuesday, and easily submit it, and we see it's done within one click and you don't have to go through every day. So that's our new feature. Let's head back to the agenda. Our next new feature is regarding the leave entitlements. When opening leave entitlements based on time accounts, for example, coming from overtime, you can now easily see and click on the related time accounts and open them. This will save you a lot of time and you will work more efficiently. And at the same time, even if you don't work permanently with time accounts, you will never lose track and always find the right one and the corresponding one within the record. I will now show you our new feature within the system. We start as the HR manager within the leave summary of the employee, Mark Keller. You can see the absence entitlements on the right hand side. When we open them, you can now easily see the related time account and the origin of the leave entitlement, which is time account. Here you can see our newly created feature, and when you click on it, it opens up the corresponding and related time account, where you can easily check the related times of the employee. And with that, back to Holger.
Thank you, Marius. Did I get it right that employee supervisors now see on the leave entitlements directly what the origin is?
Exactly. It's easier than ever to just have a look in the regarding context menus.
That is really cool. Thank you, Marius. Until next time.
See you.
We are now changing a little bit the role. In Rollup 50, we presented you our new review functionality. Remember, we now have a lot of new items which you can choose in the review. Mainly, and one of my personal highlights, is that you have these Q&A sessions in there. But that is not what we are looking right now. We want to help supervisors. Therefore, after the review is rolled out, the supervisors usually get the task to do them. And there is a process behind it, which is the feedback which we get from our customer, which is always the same process. You have a planning phase, a preparation phase, and so on and so on. To guide supervisors better through those processes, we optimized the business process flow. That helps them to save time and do data entry faster. You don't forget anything as a supervisor, so you have fewer entry mistakes. And of course, that hires the satisfaction for easier handling for supervisors. What do I really talk about? Let's take a look in the system. I'm logged on right now in the HR Hub Manager Self-Service as a supervisor. I opened a review, and kind reminder, you have skills, targets, leave, request, employee feedback, and supervisor feedback and review questions in there. But that is not what we want to take a look at. We introduced a business process flow in Rollup 50, which we now optimized based on your feedback. And this is guiding you through. So the HR department rolled out the review and give the task to you, hey, please, dear supervisor, do this review. So this is where you get handled the record. And you're opening the record in your reviews, and you can directly say, did everything filled correctly? After you check that, you go into preparation mode. Part of the preparation for sure is that you are sending an invite to the employee which you want to do the review with. Schedule it. After you did that, of course, you mark it as complete. But for sure, you need to prepare what you want to talk about. Speak about the feedback which you are creating, do a target and skill evaluation accordingly in order for you to be prepared to go in to the review. Now you're going into the review and you are really doing the review, meaning you talk about everything which you want to talk about, and probably there are documents coming out of it, new target agreements, or add-ons to the employment terms, or even changes to the employment terms if a role has been changed. So when all documents are available, so when your new update is there, then you can check them and say, yes, it is there. Let's go next. Last but not least, you have a final check. Is the review complete? If so, mark it as yes. And so you have the whole process from planning to validate this review. And after you did that, you see that the record becomes inactive because you did everything. For HR managers, that means they can follow the process. They know where their supervisors are with their reviews. And they also immediately see, when looking at the review distribution, which review has been done successfully, which not. Isn't that great? We are now changing the role and start as a recruiter in our company. External job boards and publishing to external job boards via our solution is easy, but there are hidden costs which can be created once you are canceling a publication of a vacancy to an external job board. Sometimes you don't get back the credits, and that is really sad if you are clicking it by accident. So in order to save cost, we introduced that you first have to check if it is really what you want. Do you want to stop the vacancy publishing? That gives you also more transparency which vacancy is published or not. Let's take a look in the system. In the system, I'm right now logged on as a recruiter. I opened a vacancy of a software developer. You see the business process flow, and I'm in the stage of receiving applications. So that means I already published it. You see in the publication type which recruiting channel I published it to. In this case, it is Go Hiring, a multi-poster, an API, which we introduced, developed by Cosmo and us in one of the last roll-ups. So something where you are able to publish your vacancy to multiple job boards behind it. So what I show you now is for all of our external job board integrations. You hit stop, and as soon as you hit stop, you get a question, do you really want to stop? Please note that even if you cancel the publication, additional cost may still be incurred on external job boards. That is of course due to the arrangement and agreements and contracts which you have with your external job boards. But we want to make you aware of it, because it might also be that you want to keep something published even though you hired someone, only because you don't want to get or have additional costs by retrieving it too early. We never can have enough applications, right? There's a German government agency for job boards. That job agency is called BFA, and we have an integration to it because they have a very, very powerful job board and job portal. We extended that integration with fewer fields, fewer information, because the Bundesagentur did extend it themselves, and we are now able to ship all of the data towards them. So even more than before. Therefore, we updated the list of jobs which is available, and we gave even like a salary range. You are now able to publish directly to the BFA, which helps you to quicker publish it, but also get a better and more likelihood, or higher likelihood of hiring new applicants. Speaking of integrations, I'm very excited about our next one. We have an existing integration to Microsoft Teams Shifts. Teams Shifts, as you know, is a shift planning tool which is easily and fully integrated into Teams. It works via the users that is the Microsoft user logged on to Hubdrive as well as to Teams. And our integration is synchronizing the data directly. In the past, we synchronized it with one shift plan, meaning that you could have an employee who is working in a shift plan, and that is synchronized with our daily summaries. So you get the information which you are planning in a team shift back to our system. We were also able to show leave request in Team Shift. So if you have a approved vacation, it's visible in Team Shift. However, Team Shift has a functionality that one employee, one user can be part of multiple shift plans. So if they are working, for example, on one shift plan in one department, one production hall, or one location from Monday to Friday, but in the next week, they work on a different location. They might end up on a different shift plan. And we now incorporate that in our integration. So it doesn't matter on which shift plan that employee is planned. The synchronization is still happening with our solution. That saves time for you because you don't have to manually follow up about the data in there. You have fewer incorrect records for users who are in multiple shift groups because we are now synchronizing everything. And even better, you get more reliable reporting because the reporting is not depending on if you are planned in shift plan A or B. Isn't that exciting? We are now changing the role again, and we're going to the employee self-service. Our goal is to always give the best orientation, the seamless usage for the employee. Therefore, we optimized two of the biggest dashboards. For time tracking employees, the virtual time clock and the employee cockpit. Both are most used. And we improved their design to give better orientation for employees, and even while doing this in the process, optimized it for mobile usage. So it looks better now, it looks beautiful on mobile devices. But don't take my word for it, let's take a look. I'm now logged on as an employee in employee self-service, and I'm on the virtual time dashboard. You see, I'm always started my work and I already had one break. But you also see that you only see two buttons, the start and the end work. Why? Because I'm already working, so it doesn't make sense that I see the start work. You are now getting a direct visual feedback once you clicked it, because both of those buttons get deactivated. And the process is starting in the background to generate an attendance detail. Now it reloads and it only gives me two new buttons, which is end break and end work. So the visual feedback is far and better. I only can click it once, it is faster, and it looks good on the mobile dashboard. The same improvement we did on the virtual time clock as well. So on the employee cockpit for the virtual time clock as well. On the left side, you see the shortcuts. The shortcuts always been there, but we improved how they are looking. And we improved that they get bigger once you mouse over them. Underneath, let me point out again that we added in Rollup 50, so the latest Rollup which we published, two new cool features, two new components, so that employees easier see what leave entitlements they have left and where is the current stand on the overtime. With every Rollup, we solve tickets. Please take a deep dive in the tickets which we solved. Check the ticket number, and maybe it's your ticket number which we solved, so please install Rollup 51 so to solve this. We also give you a short description about what ticket we solved. If it is your ticket which you have raised, you automatically get via the portal a message that this ticket has been solved. I am proud of this Rollup. It took endless hours to create such benefits, so many improvements for you. And that's why we are really, really curious of your feedback. Please reach out to us, contact us, give us direct feedback. We are always open for wishes, requests, etc. I like to thank all teams which have been involved. The development team, the product management team, the QA team, and for this recording also the marketing team. I'm looking forward to Rollup 52. Until next time, thank you very much.